Unaniona hapo? Najua my eyes can't really.
Najiona.
Unaniona mimi?
Nakuona wewe.
Okay.
Nakuona.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm Kitt and today I am joined by Ibti. She's a friend I made.
Do you know how I met you, brother? Do you know how I knew of your existence the first time?
How?
And what made me like you?
What?
And I'm going to tell you the story.
Here we go.
So,
story.
It was because I don't think I've ever told this. It was a time when Supermarket X had not allowed a niqabi, a lady wearing ninja, to enter the supermarket, and then you spoke about it, and I was so touched because the reality of Kenya is people only speak about matters when it affects them. You know. So when I saw someone who wasn't Muslim, who wasn't a niqabi, who didn't really need to speak about it, I was like, you're like this, oh my god.
Because and I tell people this all the time. I'm a woman first. Then African. Yeah. So I saw this woman. She was my sister. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
But did you ever get people who told you like, why are you so, like voicing your opinion when it doesn't really concern you?
Many.
That's the thing. That's one thing I find really sad here. Like you speak about matters that when it only concerns you, like your home.
Exactly.
So that's how I met you.
So here we are. So today we are shooting in Indigo co-working space, and they have given us the space to shoot in. We're sitting in this comfy area. You can come in here and rent a pod. You can rent a table, you can rent a picnic table, you can rent an office for meetings.
It's very pretty and colorful.
It's colorful. The chairs are really nice, and then they have this whole like map. Did you see the map on the wall?
I saw the map.
They have a map on the wall where you can see all the places. Like if you're lost and somebody tells you I'm at Inda or Mta or you can tell where they are. And these big ass bean bags. You've seen the bean bags? There's one over here.
It's very pretty.
It's a very pretty space. A very pretty space. And so you can hire a pod, or you can hire a table, or you can hire an office for 4 people, or you can hire
Is it per day or a monthly rate? Okay.
Per month.
They don't have the daily rates, right?
They have daily rates. So there's places here like the picnic tables and the other spots that you can just come in, and if there's space, you hire it for the day. Really good. And there's Wi-Fi, restaurant. I don't know if there's a cafeteria. Is there a cafeteria here?
I don't know, but I know there's tea.
There's tea. So if this already Ibti already, as in it, guys, it is 11:30 on a Saturday, and Ibti has just
I'm
woken
reminding
up.
That I have been told to enjoy sleep as much as I can, because apparently when you have children, sleep is a myth.
But you're speaking to a sleep coach, so
that's actually one of the questions I have, but we'll get to that.
All right. So
yeah.
Anyway, so today we are talking about myths in religion. Ibti is Muslim, I am Christian, and I was brought up in the SDA denomination or sect. I hear you guys tore into Ibti when she said sect on her Instagram.
Because when I call it sect on my page,
you guys felt some type of way. So a sect is a group of people with somewhat different religious beliefs from those of a larger group to which they belong to. That is SDA. Somewhat different.
Please, guys, calm down. Okay,
just calm down. In English, it's not derogatory. It's not negative. It's just what it is. All right. So anyway, that's it. That's enough of the introduction. Let's get into it.
Cool. Okay.
Wait. First and foremost, I want to say this. There are some questions when I asked for myths that people had. There's some questions I got about extremists, and there are extremists in every religion, and we cannot have people speak for the extremists of their religion, because even them, they stand against those extremists.
Not unless I belong to that group, I can't speak for them.
You can't speak for, you can't say, so if you kill people, blah 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 blah, like what about, no, that is, there's a religion, and then there's the extremists of that religion. If you take Christianity, the Crusaders have killed more people than Muslim terrorists. Okay, and
I
it's been
guess
sanctioned.
It's important to just know terrorists are terrorists.
Terrorists
don't
are
even
terrorists.
call them of a religion. Yeah.
They literally kill people. That's what terrorists do.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. I think. So these questions were sent through, most of them by Muslims, but then others were sent by also Christians who are not from the SDA sect.
Yes.
The first question was, what is SDA? Like, what's
Seventh-day Adventist. So many Christians follow the Catholic Church's regulations on when to worship, how to worship, blah blah blah. SDAs worship on Saturday, not Sunday, and they call it it's the 7th day because they believe that in the Bible it's written God rested on the 7th day, and that is when we should rest as well. And they count Monday as the first day, Sunday as the first day. So Sunday is the first day, and Saturday is the 7th day. So that's why we rest.
So when you say rest, what do you mean?
We mean we go to church, we worship. We mean we don't cook, we don't work.
Wait, you don't cook on Saturdays?
We don't cook on Saturdays. So there's a lot of food preparation that is done on Friday before 6, because after 6 p.m.
That's the next day.
That's the next day.
Yeah, that's actually quite similar to Muslims, where first of all Sunday is like Ahad is the first day, and then after sunset we consider it like now
the next day, right? Yeah, exactly. So then that's when we rest. No work, no trading, no buying, no.
And
just
is
take
that
a chill day.
Practiced?
It to a certain extent. Some people still cook on Saturday. Some people have to work on Saturday. But we all try to have our employers give us the day off, and we can make it up on another day. And we go to church.
So did you have breakfast today?
Yes,
did you cook it yesterday?
No.
Today?
Yes, we cooked it today. That's what I'm saying. Most of us.
So it's it's
kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to say, I'm not a practicing SDA
very strict.
member. I'm not strict.
Okay.
It's just where I was brought up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Must you marry someone who is of the SDA sect?
I think that's most people in the world actually. Right? You want to marry somebody who understands you. So
yeah, you want to, but must you? Is it something
I
that
don't. It's not a must.
Okay.
It's not a must.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Must you be in a polygamous marriage? Are there monogamous marriages? Why are you not wife number 4? I know you're wife number 1, right? You're wife number 1.
Yes.
Are you
only 5 months into it, so maybe too soon to speak?
Maybe. But do you have to?
So this is the
be
thing.
Polygamous? Yeah.
Polygamy in Islam is allowed. A man is allowed to marry up to 4 wives if he can afford it and if he can be just to all 4 of them. And this is now the part where a lot of people tend to ignore, because they're like, oh, I can marry 4, then one lives in bougie area.
No, the other, you can't do it like that. So if you live in Runda, all 4 wives must live in Runda.
If you're wife number 1 and I'm wife number 2, and you want to live in Runda and I want to live in Karen, and that's how you need to be just, like make us live in the area
where we want to live.
So that's like the condition of it.
Okay.
And it's important to also understand that it's been allowed because first of all, the ratio of men to women is off.
Okay.
So marry more than one. There's a lot of also at the time when it was also made into a thing, there's a lot of war at the time, a lot of women that were left widowed their husbands. So there's a lot of reasons that allows it to be for it to be allowed. People misuse it. Obviously people do it for very many. I now want a wife who's 20, my first wife is 50. People misuse the reasons, but and I've spoken to women who are very okay with polygamy, and they said me, by the time I'm 40, I don't care, he can marry another one. And there's some people who are like, if he marries another one, I want out. So he's allowed to marry more than one, and some women are okay with it. So a lot of people think, oh my God, Muslim women are oppressed. No, some women are actually very okay with it.
In all cultures, there's polygamy, and there's structures to support the polygamy. And when you're looking at it from a Western lens,
it feels oppression.
It feels very oppression. Or the woman is not this, the woman is not that, blah blah blah. The man is having all the fun, like as if taking care of 4 families is fun.
It's fun time.
But
that's a lot of men are struggling to even look after one family right now. Surely, where people want their wives to work as well so that they can provide. So I'm like, Anyhow,
Right.
Am I okay with polygamy? I
Yes.
don't know as yet.
You
to
don't
be
know
honest.
yet.
At this point, I think I'm still, very a jealous wife. I'm still
Right.
very new to this. I'm like,
Yes.
it's my man.
You are mine.
I don't know. Maybe ask me a few years later, and maybe I'll see someone and be like, you could marry. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Make
not-
this one my sister.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it because our religion agrees to it. So I'm not opposed to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently, there's a myth or a true story, I don't know, that you all don't drink tea. You all drink tea without tea leaves.
So
What's that
the
about?
thing about SDAs is so there's this person called Ellen G. White.
Okay.
And she is like a revered leader, writer, who wrote many books about SDAs and about the Adventist faith and all of that. And she put in some specifications that were originally from the Bible for health. So there's a lot of things that we don't eat or don't practice because they are unhealthy. Okay, so
And tea leaves is
alcohol,
unhealthy.
tea, coffee, meat, all these things, we try to live a very healthy life. So that's where it comes from. It's not against Christianity or against the religion, but you're trying to live a healthy life.
Okay.
So you'll find many SDAs are vegan. You'll find many SDAs are vegetarian because you're trying to be healthy. Yeah, because we believe that our body is a temple of Christ, and so there's a way that we take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, even alcohol is something that
Absolutely. Alcohol, smoking,
Oh.
drugs. Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you know, guys.
Now you know. The more you know.
We're here to learn.
We're here to learn. Okay. So, must you marry somebody from the Muslim faith, or can you marry anyone?
No, it must be from the Muslim faith.
That's why people will convert.
That's why a lot of people
Spouses.
and okay, I find that wrong if you ask me. Converting because of love is not converting for faith. Like like oh my God, I found like if you ask me, that's what I'm telling you. Like this is my opinion. If say I fell in love with a Christian man, and he says, you know what, I want to marry you, but because I know you can't marry a non-Muslim, I will become Muslim. High chances is that man became Muslim for me, not for God. So they won't be practicing. So it really, if I feel like it beats the purpose.
Wow.
So I've had a lot of conversations in my DM, like, oh my God, I fell in love with a Muslim woman, guide me. And I'm like, don't become Muslim for her. It's not worth it. Like, yes, I'm all for, all of you become Muslim, but not for that reason. Don't do it.
Wow.
So that's my 2 cents on that subject.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But yes, I must marry. Because for me, we have a lot of beliefs where if
And
you
practices
and
as well,
practices,
right?
yeah. So if you get married to someone who does not, believe the same thing, you're not gonna fight.
You're at loggerheads.
Yeah, not unless you're both not strict. Then, because I know someone who the man was Christian and the woman was Muslim, and they got married, but they were both not strict. But as soon as one of them wanted to now be strict in their faith, it doesn't really work because now
Doesn't work. I mean, there's even scripture in the Bible that says that you should not be with people who you are unequally yoked. That's what it, like if you believe something very strongly and I believe something very strongly, what are we doing together? And it's different things.
Yeah, because
like,
when I wake up
doing?
at 5 a.m. to pray, you'll be telling me switch off the lights.
Switch off the
You
lights.
know,
So why you're shouting. Yeah.
You won't get it. Yeah. So that's so for me it makes so much sense why it was a rule that we should marry within our
Yeah. And I noticed you guys again on marriage. This is not a different question. I noticed you guys don't wear a ring as well. SDS don't wear a ring.
Really, it's a very we feel it's a very white people thing.
It's very Western.
Yeah, it's a Western thing. A lot of people still do it.
Yeah.
But it's not an Islamic thing. Yeah. So when people keep asking me, because I've been wearing this ring for like.
But it's on the right hand as well.
I used to wear it on this and for me I used to just from when I was in uni. I used to just keep people away, and it was a gift from my mom. But everyone was like, oh my God, so you're engaged. I'm like, if you knew that as a Muslim, it doesn't really matter. Like, wear a ring, whatever you want to wear. It's just aesthetics. That's it.
SDS don't even wear rings. We don't. There's a lot of jewelry.
The same reason that you think it's just.
You know what? I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's not prescribed in the Bible, so why do it? Yeah.
I think a lot of things we just follow because the white people do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. This question came in quite heavily, and I was like, Allah, it's a thing. And so one was, what's their connection with soya? Nasikia wanapenda soya sana.
Boss, it's
why soya? Soya, why soya? It's like just like soya.
Yeah, why soya? Soya is a very versatile substitute. It's a substitute for tea. It's a substitute for meat. It's a substitute for fish, chicken. So it's because you are doing this.
Coming back from that previous question,
because you are not partaking in tea, blah 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 blah, you substitute.
So I'm glad I asked that question first.
Right? It could have been anything. It could have been cauliflower. I say cauliflower now is rice, pizza base. Cauliflower is a lot of things. It has really grown up. But yeah, it's a substitute. It's not that we like soya. It's what is available. Okay. I got this question a whole lot.
Okay.
Y'all use water when you go to the loo instead of tissue.
Hey, yes.
And by the way, when I got it, I don't know why I'm answering, but me when I got it, I was like, but this is not a Muslim, this is a clean people thing.
Thank you. I was just like, when COVID hit and guys went crazy for tissue rolls, I was like,
what? Muslims were like, what's happening? There's something.
What are you going to use the tissue roll to blow your nose when you get COVID? Like, what was it?
What was it?
Guys,
what was it?
It's just for cleanliness.
It's for cleanliness.
Try it sometime.
Half the world uses water. There's nowhere you can go in India, Asia, the Middle East. There's nowhere you can go where there's no bidet. Even in a lot of France, a lot of Germany, like there's literally everywhere there's a bidet.
Honestly, it's just for cleanliness, guys.
If you want to be clean, wash your
just go to the toilet, try use water instead of tissue, and see the difference for yourself, please.
It's a cleanliness.
It's that straightforward. Imagine.
That's straightforward. But also, Muslims are very big on cleanliness.
We are. There's actually a hadith which is a saying from the Prophet that says, "Al-Islam nadhif." Islam is cleanliness.
Yes.
So if you're not clean, you're already,
Yes. So you guys pray 5 times a day.
And every time we pray, we
clean
wash.
up.
Yeah.
Yes.
We clean up. So,
Exactly.
So we're very keen on the cleanliness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the cleaner you are, you can pray without washing too much.
And it's not, when I say every time before you pray you must wash, I don't mean you have to go for a full shower. Yeah, it's the specific areas, the exposed areas where you have to make sure you're clean before you pray. So yeah, it's just cleanliness, guys. Yeah. But it's good to ask.
It's good to ask. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you know.
My next question is, why are you so judgmental on depression issues? I'm not sure where that's coming from, but that's the question. I'm like, is a thing?
Yeah, I think people are judgmental on depression issues.
Is it an
mental
SDA
health
thing?
issues?
I
don't think it's an SDA thing. Maybe this person was judged harshly by a group of SDAs or an SDA person. But I don't think it's an SDA thing. I think very many people, especially in Africa, are very judgmental when it comes to mental health.
I get it, because even Muslims,
just suck it up,
will tell
pray
you,
about
read
it.
The Quran, pray. You're just not prayerful. So I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So people are judgmental.
Yeah. Okay. No, guys, it's not an SDA thing.
It's not an SDA thing, please. Okay. Let us just answer this question once and for all. Extremists.
Okay.
When you die in the line of extreming, at how many virgins do you get?
Considering I don't believe in it. I don't know. But let me tell you, so this is the thing. At the time of the Prophet, where people were fighting to believe, to be allowed to just worship, there was war that happened at the time. Not once, not twice. People fought, and we call it jihad at the time, right? People fought to be allowed to worship. Okay. And at that point, when you died at that point, you died what we call shahid. You were promised heaven. What's happening today? that is not jihad. I'm sorry.
No,
when you go
it is
into a
not
place
jihad.
and kill children.
Everybody
In fact,
can-
even
we can
at the
see
time,
that, yeah.
even at the Prophet's time, it was when you go for jihad, you do not touch the women, you
Yeah.
don't touch their children.
Yes.
Because they didn't do you nothing.
They
You
didn't
know,
do nothing.
but so if you look at what's happening today, that's literally what they're doing. They're not even going to attack the men. They're going to attack the
Children.
women who, you know, so that's
Yeah.
not jihad. So is what's happening that no. Because right now we're all allowed.
No,
Like
just
I can
false
still walk
teachings,
into
guys.
to the mosque. I can still pray. So no one's stopping me from worshiping.
Yes.
So and that's what jihad is.
That's what
People are
jihad-
not allowed to practice
A
their
right
faith.
to practice your
Yeah.
faith. Yeah.
There's a question here. Why don't you put deodorant jamani? And I'm like, nitauliza sijui.
Are there people out here not putting on deodorant?
Apparently,
Why?
that's the myth about STAs.
Tawi, ushasikia? Tawi is
I mean,
dying.
nakucheka.
Tawi is dying. Ushasikia that one? Huh? SDAs are very... We take pride in how we look. We are very smart people. So if you tell me that there's people out here not using deodorant, I'll be very shocked.
I won't call out your name, but it's a myth, sis.
That
Okay.
I think you have met a bunch of people who don't have deodorant.
I wonder if there's like a sect or a people that just don't believe. Maybe they think maybe they think it's unhealthy for them as well.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So you're not allowed family planning?
No, that's not true. So I used to think that too. I think I'm not sure whether it came from a confusion between culture, because that's the thing. Let me tell you, there's a lot of a gray area here between Arabs, Islam, and then that confusion in between. I don't know whether that's where it came from, because I remember like believing that was a thing as well. And then I started reading about it, and we talked about it with a friend of mine. If you're here, hi Mariam. So we talked about it, and when we did our research, we found out that that's not true. So what's not allowed is if the family planning, if the pills you're taking are harmful to you, if they don't, how some of these things don't work for you,
Yes.
for your body.
Yeah,
like
you
you need to
personally.
figure out which one works for you.
Yes.
So if it's not if it's harmful to your body,
Yes.
then don't do it.
Okay.
Then that's not allowed for you. So if IUDs what is
Constantly
harmful
trying
to you
to take care of the
your
people.
body.
Yes.
See,
okay.
yeah, it's about being kind to the body that God gave you.
Yes.
So if pills are harmful to you, then that's not allowed for you. So it's not to say all family planning is not
It's
allowed.
not allowed.
That's not true.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're allowed family planning.
Plan your family, guys.
Your family.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But it's also, I think some of it stems from, it's like, I don't know whether they believe or if you get married to just have children. I don't know. Because I know
I
from
think
month one I have been asked, Bado,
Wow.
where Bado? And I'm like, wow, okay.
Wow.
You don't really need to calm down about this thing. So I don't know whether that's where it's coming from.
Okay.
I have been told, and I've repeated this so many times because
Yes.
like it shocked me.
Yeah.
By an auntie who just told me, "Oh, unakula pills," and I'm like, "Huh?" I'm just wondering where's that coming from, and she's like, you
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Stop taking pills, eh? Like,
Have children.
and I'm like, first of all, I'm like, where's this even coming from? Like,
Anyway, womb watchers are everywhere, even in Christianity, and I think there's certain groups of Christians who don't believe in family planning.
oh, what's their rationale?
You've been put on the earth to feel it.
And that's why I think that's where also that belief that some Muslims have, that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a haram thing, because so that's the thing in Islam. There's a thing called haram halal. So what God has made haram, which is forbidden, is very outrightly written. Like it's not something where you need to think
About
is
it. You don't have to gauge or interpret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not one of the
And
things.
halal.
Halal is what now you're allowed to do for sure. Like it's good for you to do it and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone was saying, I was raised in SDA, Seventh-day Adventist household, where too many rules. Watch out.
Yeah, there are many.
What?
There are many.
rules are these?
Okay, so like going to church, you must go to church on Saturday. No working, no cooking.
Is it the whole day church? Or?
Many people do it for the whole day, which is wrong. I would say that is not right, because you're supposed to be you're supposed to be resting. But when you're in church, are you resting? You're not. Yeah, so we're using the day to fellowship the whole day instead of fellowship for a bit, go home, rest with your family, because that's what you're supposed to be doing, resting with your family. But we've taken it to the extreme. Don't pierce your ears, don't pierce any part of your body. No.
As a child or
anybody
in your life?
In your life.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to be really extravagant, you're supposed to be modest. So no makeup, no like hair extensions, no, all these are not written in the Bible. It's literally, some of them are written in the Bible, in the Old Testament, but the New Testament, we believe, came to kind of put all the things for the Old Testament really not, we don't have to do all those things to reach God. Because Christ, we believe Christ came and died for us, and he built a bridge. So we don't have to sacrifice animals. We don't have to, all the things we used to do before, we don't have to do it now, because now we have a direct line.
You know, actually, Quran has a lot in similarity to the Old Testament.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is, I would say, word for word.
It has a lot in similarity.
A lot of it. I went to a Muslim school for high school, so I know a bit about Islam. But yeah, so different rules. The length of your skirt, the size of your, you know, how to tie your hair, how to is a lot.
Is hijab also a thing?
Some people cover their hair.
Okay, but is it because of something that's written somewhere?
No, it's not written anywhere.
No? Okay.
It's not written. But some people, some older ladies, they have a shuka. They tie their hair. They don't have to they don't have to cover their neck or ears, but
the hair. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Hey, we are in school now. Hey, so dowry. It's given directly to you?
It's given to me. It's a conversation that, first of all, it's a gift from my husband to me.
Yes.
No one needs to know in my family how much I got, as long as I say I'm okay.
Yes.
Nimepata. Like in my case, it was just sent to my account.
Yes.
We agreed with my husband, this is what it is. He sent it to my account, and that story died.
Yes.
Yeah. But wait.
Story died.
Wait until you hear now what culturally. Oh,
yes, culturally.
Culturally, people misuse it. That's why.
So now they tell you ask for this, and then you give it to them.
Can't get married because the list that they're given to send to. First of all, a lot of now their mother-in-laws will ask for money that will be used to do that wedding. It will be. It's like they're paying for the
wedding.
For bringing up that girl. Like it's not what it is. Dowry is supposed to be. It's called mahar. Yeah, it's a gift to me.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But I hear the stories how people have been asked
out
to
here a lot.
Golden camel and
and it's because you have your family in your ear telling you ask for ABC, then you give it to us.
And that's the thing. It's not even this is not even a secret. They just say this is what you bring to me. Like, not even the girl speaking. The girl probably never saw that money. Will never see it.
Then that's
just
really
that's culture.
That's culture. There's different people out here doing the most.
Yeah, the absolute most. And I find it so unfair to the men who, like, to the couple who wants to get married and they know this is what I can afford.
Yeah.
You know, when the family comes in and says, no, you will not marry my daughter unless you bring $1 million. Then you're not like,
where?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I'm curious, what's your dowry story in your culture?
As SDS?
As SDS.
I don't know. I can't answer that question. Yeah.
Because like,
because we revert to culture. Because it's not a faith thing. Yeah. Okay.
Because for us a lot of our culture is written in Islam. So Islam
I mean SDA cannot be written in the Bible. It is something we created. We created it, guys. It's not in the Bible. We designed our what do you call it, doctrine.
But it's global, right? Or is it something
it's global.
Okay.
It's global. Okay. Yeah, there's SDAs all over the world.
All right. Why do the believers not go to hospital? I asked you before. Yeah.
I think believers do go to hospital, and maybe this person is confusing with a different sect, which is Jehovah's Witness, which I don't know a lot about, but I know that they do not accept blood transfusions. So maybe that's what this person is confusing with. I think believers go to hospital, they get blood transfusions, they get surgery, but there's different Christian sects that have different beliefs regarding medicine, surgery, blood, organ donations. They think the way you come into the world, that's how you should live.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the same organs that God created you with.
I truly don't know for sure. That's my own, because I'm not part of those groups, so I don't know. But I don't think that's an SDA thing.
Okay.
I think we go to hospital, right, Tawi? I mean, we even have Tawi's here. She's helping
hospitals.
me. There's literally SDA hospitals. There's SDA doctors,
schools.
SDA schools. So it's
We have our
that
own
person
institutions.
is confused.
It's a myth.
It's a myth. Are all your marriages arranged?
No.
Some people marry for love.
Some people, a lot of people, in fact, these days, a lot of people marry for love.
Okay.
No, not all of them arranged. But do I think arranged marriage works? Yes.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
I think arranged marriages work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you decide you're married to this person because what are you getting married for? You're getting people. Love is Hollywood, guys, and movies have taught us that love is the only thing people should get married for. That's just not true.
It's not. And I think
It's a very
even if you know
small-
each other for 10 years, once you get married, it's a whole different ballgame. So there's no, let's get to know each other. You can choose to do that, but reality is, once you get married, it's a different ballgame, guys. So, no, I think arranged marriage works, and I think there's a reason to why it's been a thing.
Yeah.
And for sure it doesn't work for everyone.
No.
That's the thing. I
Yeah.
think the two people need to be very clear what it is I'm looking for.
Yeah.
What's my priority?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But
there's this couple I follow on Instagram, and they got married. It was an arranged marriage, and a Muslim couple, and they were doing all the things a husband should do, a wife should do, and their marriage was just dead. It was just boring. It was yuck. So they decided, let's learn to be friends. Let's find out more about each other. They're already married. Let's find out more about each other. And now they have the most beautiful relationship. These are their words, not even mine. But me, from looking in from outside, I love their relationship. They're friends, they play. They're like, you people out here are like, oh, you as a Muslim woman, you should be serious with your husband. That is poo-poo. You know? You should be a friend.
Yeah.
You should be a friend to your husband. You know, you should be a friend to your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People misuse these statements all over the place, but but for sure, if sometimes you actually fall in love, you know, and that's fine too.
That's fine
So
too.
yeah, it's not. What my point was, it's not where you must do it this way. You just must do it the right way, I guess. Yeah. All right. What's the story about not being allowed to keep long hair? Is that an SDA thing or a myth?
It's a myth. Also, yeah, I guess it is an SDA thing. Again, I'm going to go back to, we are big on modesty.
Okay.
So anything that's too showy, we kind of shy away from. But nowadays, obviously, as the world is progressing, you find members of the faith have long hair, eyelashes, weave.
But at which
makeup.
point is long?
Long,
Not modest. You
long,
know,
because
like-
my mother's hair is on her, reaches her hips.
So that's what I'm saying. At which point do you say, okay, now this is not modest?
It's a judgmental thing. There's no specification. It's the person who is looking at you. If they don't like it, then they have. We feel like we can just
That girl
say
is modest.
that girl is not modest.
Has long hair.
Yeah,
How dare she?
How dare she wear high heels? Yeah, and also Tawi has reminded me that it's another Western thing, a colonialist thing to put Africans down, because there are SDAs all over the world. There's Western SDAs, there's American SDAs, Indian, and their hair is long.
It's long, naturally long.
Naturally long. So it's a thing of, why are we trying to put extensions to have long hair? That's not modest. Yeah, but there's SDAs who have long hair all over the world.
Yeah, interesting thing though. We are not allowed to have extensions as well, like hair extensions. Adding someone else's hair to your hair is not a thing that that is allowed.
Okay.
I think it's okay, because I'm like, you know, my personal belief is that God created us beautifully as we are.
The way we are.
You know, like this much hair, and that's how. I think sometimes we try so much to look different. I'm like, you know, you're looking better naturally.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, so I think God created us beautifully. No, you know, honestly, have you seen someone put a wig on and you're like, no, that didn't work out? No. Yeah, no. So no, I share my feelings.
We have seen you.
Yeah, so at some point I get it. I'm like, okay, and sometimes I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, hey, yeah, that really worked out.
But sometimes you're like,
sometimes I'm like, nah, no, your natural look was like killing it, and then I almost think it's that concept where the Western world has tried to tell us how we need to look beautiful. So we try so hard to fit the description, and then we don't look our beautiful. I don't know. Yeah, it's a whole story.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so tell me about the investment situation and why Muslims are not encouraged to invest. Interest is haram, apparently.
Interest is haram, yeah. So interest is haram. We believe that the money you earn needs to be the money you worked for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you invest, and if you do, how?
It's actually a conversation where it's a very interesting, complicated, because we've had chats with my friends so many times. We're looking for sheikhs who are also learned, like to understand, like learned in terms of the Western world investments and whatnot, to help us like dig deeper to understand which type
a way to grow
that we can invest our money. Because you know, you can invest like in real estate, because that's money you're working for, you're putting into the bill. But things where you're putting it in the bank, waiting 1 year later to get interest. You didn't work for that money. So that's where it comes from.
So even like your banks,
gambling as well.
Exactly. So even like your banks, they don't offer interest.
No, Islamic banking does not offer interest.
But the money you put in is the one you get out.
The money you're getting out. So you're just putting it there to save it, not for it to grow. Yeah. But I am also on a path trying to understand, to learn how else you can invest, and I don't know as yet. Yeah. So if anyone here knows, you've learned,
please comment down below. How can Muslims invest that it works for them? Okay. Got it.
I think that was it from my list of SDA questions.
Okay. So actually, somebody asked, when you are on your period, you must bathe one half of your body and then the other?
Huh?
What is that?
I don't know. What? One half of my body and then which half? Top, right?
Or
I'm not sure I got where that was coming from.
I mean, neither. The way the question was asked is the way I've asked it.
Yeah, I don't know.
No?
Please come back, comment, re-ask, and I may be able to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you actually believe that everybody who is not Muslim should burn in hell?
Ooh. Burn in hell.
What does the word kafir mean?
Kafir is non-believers. So people who do not believe that there is one God and that Muhammad is his prophet. Okay. That's what a non-believer is.
Yes.
Do I think that they're all going to go, that anyone who does not believe so will go to hell? I don't think so.
I mean, I think Christians believe that.
I'm trying to think of the exact.
No, but I'm telling you, Christians believe that.
That
everyone who does not believe is going to burn in hell. So this person who's asking this, I think they're blinded to their own side, because Christians actually preach that. Like, if you're not born again, you're going to go to hell.
Because I do know, even people, I think that's why I was thinking about it, because even people who believe in God and what we say, Allah, one God, and that Muhammad is his messenger. Yes. If you are a bad person, either way, you know, like if you committed specific sin, you will still go through hell to be punished for your sins before you are forgiven.
Everybody is going to make it.
That's one I know for sure. Like, you will be punished for your sins. Yes, for sure. Yes. Some will start getting their punishment on earth. Some will get
in the afterlife?
Depending on what sin it is, because we also have like some sin that we consider bigger than others.
Oh, okay.
But because I'm trying to remember, I do know, like the Prophet Muhammad got the revelation when he was a lot older. And I do remember though, one of his uncle who never became Muslim, there was a conversation where was he gonna go to hell or heaven because he didn't get. And I think you're right. There is a conversation where if you are exposed to Islam and the teachings and all the learnings and you do not believe, then that's the belief. But if you were not exposed to it, and because there are some people who have not been exposed to faith, but they're generally good people, then that's a different conversation. I think that's what it is.
That's what
Don't come at me if I'm not 100% sure.
Tell us if in the comment section again if that's not correct. Educate us, please. That's why we're here. The perfume you wear scares ghosts.
Well, I did not see that coming. Which one? The one I wear when? Because I wear a clear number.
The perfume you wear scares ghosts.
I'm assuming they're referring to oud, by the way, because that's the famous incense that Muslims have.
Yeah.
Sadly not. I wish.
You
we
will.
would scare all the ghosts all over. But if you have a plug to where I can get this same perfume,
scaring perfume,
please let us sister know.
Please. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting how, what I keep saying, see, being a Muslim in Kenya is a minority. According to statistics, we're about 11% of what the Kenyan population is. So sometimes I used to get offended because I come from
when
Mombasa.
People ask you.
Yeah, I come from Mombasa and majority of the people there are Muslims. So growing up in Mombasa, a lot of these questions, you don't hear them because almost everyone there believes the same thing. When you moved to I moved to Nairobi when I was 20.
Oh
21.
man, I'm a whole adult.
You see, I moved here when I was already an adult. So some of the questions I felt so offended. I'm like, how dare you ask?
Right.
It took me moving to India.
Right.
To know better. I'm
right.
Like, anyway.
Because now you're trying to understand Hinduism, Buddhism.
Yeah. Apparently you guys are not allowed to ever shave your hair. Like, why? So, and I used to ask people because there's actually a sect there that are never allowed. Right? Yeah, 6 are never allowed to. So I'm like, then I was like, okay, I guess the lesson here is how do you ask? There's ways to ask that just sound rude. And ignorant, and you should know better. But now I'm very open to hearing questions, because now I know better. I'm like, anyway, you've not been exposed to people who look like me, act like me,
me too.
Like me.
And the number of times I've been told you don't look SDA. I'm like, how do SDA? How do I don't? Maybe no deal.
Maybe, and walking around with soya. Maybe.
Lord, so do you have any more questions for me?
No, but I want to know about you. I want to know about you. Like, you're a baby whisperer. What does that mean?
I whisper to babies. They just sleep. They just sleep. Okay. Actually, all right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, Ibti. That was very, very informative. I have learned a lot.
So have I.
Yeah.
So have I.
So now you know a little bit more about groups of people maybe you haven't interacted with, and I really, really hope that you will go forth and teach others.
Yeah.
And tell them there's a video out. You can go and watch that video and learn. And don't be so ignorant. People, where do you?
And when we say sect, we're not trying to insult anyone. It's just a group of people from a broader group. It's not war, I promise you.
Till next time. Bye.